Hey guys, welcome back to 5150. Today we're working in the shop and we're working on Project Nightmare, which is our 2005 Jeep LJ. This is a Rubicon edition. In this video we're going to be installing the TNT Tube Fenders. These are the Phantom series. That means it doesn't have a lot of poke on the fenders. It's very little fender sticking out. What's super cool and what we like about these fenders, it's a complete one-piece fender. You don't have to install or buy an inner fender. These are all included with the purchase. It's got it's welded inside, kind of like a factory, but it's all pretty cool. So what else is super cool about these is it includes this battery tray. This is for a standard battery. So it bolts to the firewall with the two existing studs, and there's two holes here that you will drill into the inner fender and bolt to that. Also, what's nice about it on the driver's side is included this additional tray mount. This is goes on the other side, kind of like on the passenger side. This is the driver's side. It's already pre-drilled for a single ARP air compressor. All right, guys. First thing we're gonna do is loosen up these straps here, which is a 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter.
That just allows us to do what?
It allows us to adjust and get the fender slid into place. And we're just removing the bolts that we had for the fenders. We just put them back in the stock location when we take them off. So the first thing we're going to do is mount it to the rear. We're going to move all our accessories out of the way. Hopefully that's good enough or close.
You have to pull the grill forward.
There we go. Patrick's going to get the rear bolt in first. So you can tell, guys, these aren't the high lines. I decided not to go with the high lines. I probably won't run a bigger tire than a 37, maybe a 38. I already have a 3.5 inch lift on it. And we're just trying to make room right now. This is our first test fit. We'll be doing this a few times, I'm sure. These are 3 bolts on the inside by the grill. So we'll just go ahead and get those in there. We have a lot of work to make this all fit. Not sure if we'll film all that, but we'll get the gist of it. You can see how these look with the Phantom flare. It's basically just that tube, so they're going to look super sweet. So this here gives you the fender is cut back further, so it gives you more wheel space room.
There's your snug.
A ratchet wrenching, or I have a little. Here you go. Here's just a ratchet. Alexa, close garage door.
Closing. Hang on. The garage door is closed.
Hey guys, we got this fender completely mocked up, bolted back here in the back. Looks like we got to move this grill forward, so we're going to loosen the 16 millimeter nut on the bottom of the grill. We're going to go ahead and put the driver's fender on first and work from there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put the driver's fender on. We're going to start in the back 3 bolts next to the body, then we'll swing it in here to the grill.
So you gotta pick it up over the shop power.
Sorry guys, Patrick just had a meltdown. We got zip ties everywhere.
Actually pretty very nice, it's just getting adjusted.
Yeah. Alright guys, these are just basically first time installed. We're going to go ahead and take some adjustments and play with this a little bit. Alright guys, we're back working on the 2004 Jeep JL. We got a big old mess going on with wiring. We're doing the TNT Fender install, but the wiring is obviously, since this is a LS3, we're updating some of the wiring. We kind of show you what we got going on here. We are getting some of the wiring loom back there in the back all routed. Yeah, but right now it's a big old mess. If you had just the stock 4.0, we wouldn't have all this issue. You can see we got the battery tray in. That's the LS computer. Working over here, down on this plate. We're just kind of mocking things up right now, but we have our trans tuner and then just our ECU for the trans there. So right now we're thinking about mounting the dual. Alright guys. Patrick's just mounting up the ARP Manifold. We just used some 1/4-inch hex heads on that, button heads, and we just tapped into the manifold there. So ARP is going to go right in here. Alright, Patrick wanted to build his own template just to compare it to mine. It's right on, huh? Alright, now you can see the center punches that we put in there. I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera. But we're going to go ahead and drill that. We got this little kind of bit here. Patrick's just putting in these button heads. These are 8mm by 1.0 by like 20 millimeters. What's super cool about these TNT fenders is even though they're zero or phantoms, they hardly stick out, but they give you a lot of inner fender, which is perfect for mounting stuff like ARBs and stuff like that. We're going to be doing on the other side, mounting our S-Pod and that stuff there. And when you close the hood, it's just all fits perfect. Super cool. These fenders are super beefy. They look good. Alright, Patrick, how's those holes lining up? We do okay on our pattern?
Yeah.
Awesome. So guys, our pattern worked out perfect. It's right here, Patrick. Looking for the shorty.
I thought about taking mine off and painting them red, but it's slow work. Getting micropressure out's a bitch. And you hardly ever see it.
Alright guys, you can see that we have 4 ARB solenoids there. 2 of those are for the lockers, front and rear lockers. 2 of those are for the sway locks, front and rear. We drilled just 2/4 inch holes here. We're going to install this washer fluid tank here. Just a small one. Don't have much room. It's just something.
Is that Fender?
We're using just stainless steel 1/4 button heads. We didn't get this film when we installed this ARB breather kit here. We haven't ran the lines to or anything, we just basically mounted it. So this will be for our axles, transmission and transfer case. We'll have breathers for that. We'll have to fuse it. And we just have to nice and tight. Alright, I know it's kind of sideways, but hey, we're sideways all the time anyways, no matter. Just got to kind of clear it up a little bit. You need to adapt this to the connector.
We'll mock it up for the pump.
Okay, we're gonna, on this bottle that we have, it comes with the one pump here we're going to use for our front windshield. Since this is a hardtop and we have a rear wiper, we're going to go ahead and use one of the factory pumps that was on the stock bottle. We're going to go ahead and drill out a hole. How big is it? 7/8 or something like that?
It's giant.
And we're going to go ahead and put that in there. Yeah, we're going to use this tip bit. And we pulled out the factory washer. And it needs to be at least a little higher. All right. Get the mic. I want to see if it fits. Or... All right, put that in like that, and we'll put this other pump in there. Clear out all the extra shavings. This is a windshield washer kit. We just bought this off Amazon. It's like 15 bucks, 20 bucks, something like that. And we're putting that in there. Now we have front and rear. Getting kind of tight in here. There we go. Should work. We'll see if it leaks once we get to that point. The next thing we're going to do is drill this plate. This is an extra plate that TNT gives you. It's just going to a couple 1/4 bolts that we're going to put through here, and we'll secure that down. We'll be doing that here in a sec. Patrick's just trying to see if it's leaking. Let's see. Oh, you can see that water bottle's full, and it's not leaking. All right, we decided to mount the horn down here low. We just mounted it to the grill. Was that hole already there, Patrick?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's part of one of the ender, the stock Fender locations. And we're just adjusting the connector to get it closer to the wiring loom.
Alright, that works.
You gonna plug it in?
You want me to plug it in?
There we go. Alright. So that's the horn. Alright. We're gonna there's the washer bottle. There we go. This is our relay and fuse bracket. We removed it from the previous Fender. These were pop riveted in. So we just drilled them out. We'll position it on the Fender and use that as a guide to mark our locations where we need to drill the holes. And then we'll go ahead and drill the holes through the fenders. Just deburr these real quick. We're using stainless steel 1/4 button heads to secure the relay bracket to the fender, and we'll go ahead and tighten this up. Now we'll reinstall the fuse and relay holder by snapping it into the relay bracket. So we're on the inner fender here, underneath the battery tray. Don't forget to install the HVAC canister. This is for your air conditioner and heater. These 4 bolts here, 1/4 bolts. 2 on the bottom side, 2 up here is what bolts it in. And just make sure you connect the vacuum line up to it. So, all right, so we have the latch mocked up. We're going to go ahead and mark the template, the gasket. That's just going to put a mark the corners. That way we know exactly where it needs to be. Then we can pull the latch out and drill the holes. Alright, so we have the Mickey Mouse ears and the nose, the center punches in it. Pat's just going to go ahead and drill them. Alright, we got the first 3 holes, and we're just going to take the center one and then make it a little larger to fit the larger bolt. There we go. And we'll go ahead and deburr it. So depending on what hood latch you have when you do these fender installs, they're all a little different. All right, hood latches are installed. All right, that finishes up the TNT Phantom Tube Fender install. Fairly easy install. The hardest part is depending on what type of motor you have and the accessories, just moving that around. But the fender install is super easy. It's 6 bolts on each fender, moving the accessories off. Ours was a little more difficult because we are rewiring some of the wiring for the LS. We're super happy the way they came out. So in our next video, we'll be installing the Guardian rock sliders from TNT and the rear armor. So please stay tuned for that. And we want to thank you for watching. And please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.